Alright, so what we have here is patch 5.13 Kayle Jungle, testing out the new Devour, Sated Devour. This is my second time doing it with the new Sated Devour or whatever. The first time I did it with Aurelia, it went really well, and we're gonna try it with Kayle now since she did get some minor buffs, and we'll see how it goes. So you always start E. You're gonna start E here. Back when it was a lot stronger, you would start Q, but not the scenario. You start E, get the splash damage to try and clear it ASAP.
Minions have spawned.
So comes up, you kill it. I smite it for the stun, and level 2 I get my heal, which will help me with my red buff. Now it was a Sejuani, so I was like, you know what? Kayle Jungle early is kind of weak, so. What we can do is... No, this is live, Matt. What we can do is... ward it up, and then just take the red buff. Took the red buff, gonna use my heal to get scuttles. Actually, I flashed from mid lane here, yeah. Because mid lane was kind of low, so I healed, flash Q'd, or flash E'd, and with the red buff proc, and it went ahead and baited up the flash. Alright, so I went ahead and cleared some of mid lane because he wasn't there, and then I went for Raptors. Completely forgot about scuttles. And I had enough for trailblazing, so I went and got trailblazing smite. The runes and masteries will be in the description, by the way. And it's pretty much just farming until you like have enough to finish your sorry, I get skirmishers. I don't get trailblazing. And then I go for the gank top lane. I know it's warded. I'm making friend flash. Nice thing about Kayle Jungle is you can heal your you can heal your allies. It's pretty cool. So scuttles, mid lane got a kill, so that's great. And I'm just farming. Oh yeah, she took my camp. I knew because I saw that camp was missing. I was like, okay, she's probably here, but she's not. It was tough early game because early game I couldn't really gank much. I mean I could, but ganking bot lane is a lot harder. Actually, it would have been easier with Dash. It's harder than a Sejuani is, like gank a Nautilus Sejuani, definitely. All right, so I go top here. Tom Kench doesn't really have a getaway, so I come top lane. He was nice enough to give me the kill, and that's good. I mean 1-0, 26 farm. I got 1,400 gold to spend, which means I have my item, and I died to that, even though I had my ultimate, Kappa. Okay, so I got my little puppy with me, and we're gonna start stacking.
Forward.
I was too low for a gank top lane, otherwise I would have gone, but like I said, at like 40% health, 30% mana, I couldn't really do anything. I go for the Fiendish next instead of more attack speed, specifically because the CDR on Kayle is actually very important for your E and for your clearing, for mostly everything. I haven't read the notes yet. What's up before? It's just something that it's like once you get 30 stacks, it like consumes you. Alright, so that was well played by the TF here. I think it deserves some recognition. And poor play by the Malzahar, which deserves recognition. Kappa. Alright, so Malzahar comes in and sees me. TF pulls out the yellow card. Malzahar pops his ulti and then the E, which causes him to cancel his ultimate. And then this guy got ignited with E. I used my ultimate to mitigate most of the damage, and it was that simple. It's unfortunate that your only means of engage is your W and a Q. You may even have to flash for it, but it's still decent. And then TF overstays, gets greedy, and dies. And I'm farming. So right now I'm at 10 stacks at 12 minutes. Nothing too impressive. Scuttles gives you 2 stacks, by the way, so killing that is actually kind of important. My top laner had Vayne also had Smite, so we were sharing the jungle. And then from there, I think I'll wait for, there you go, for the double daggers. And I'm farming. Like, I know that I'm gonna be strong, so I'm just AFK farming here. If I can gank, I gank, but again, taxing mid lane, getting my gold up because this build is quite expensive. I think of the dragon. So just AFK farming, and then I come in for the gank on the Malzahar, waiting for this yellow card forever. It was a mistake. I think he finally does it, and I actually typed to him, I was like, dude, yellow card. So here comes the yellow card. I told him to trust me, but he didn't trust me. So here you go, whips out the yellow card. I flash ulti onto the TF, 2 auto attacks, Malzahar's dead. I use the challenging smite on the Juani, so the 2 damage and the red buff burn procs, and it deals quite a bit of damage. Oh man. That was pretty strong. Alright, my camps are up, so I'm gonna go take the camps. How much gold do I have here? I have 2100. Definitely enough for my Nash, but I'm gonna try and get enough gold for the Hurricane. This is another good fight. I got the 3v1 coming in. Pretty easy. ACR gets it. I got the Scuttles. Happy team. There I get the Nashers. And rather than getting what are those boots called? What are those boots called, man? Berserks. I went ahead and went for Sork Shoes because I do deal a lot of magic damage. I thought it was a little more important, and I didn't have any magic pen. And there was a free EP board that had been there for a while, and they have a lot of ping boards up. Okay, this is one of my mistakes where I saved my Ezreal and I give up a bounty, which was a huge mistake. That's another thing, dude. If you're Kayle and you're strong, just ulti yourself. Like, don't ulti other people. Unless your positioning is good, then by all means you can go and ulti someone else, but I wouldn't suggest it. Alright, so I go top lane to fight this guy who does a moderate amount of damage, but that's, I mean, you gotta admit, I'm tanking his minions and whatnot, so. Still, good fight. For me. Yeah, now my 27 stacks, that puts me at 29, and I need one more, so. Oh yeah, this guy recalled right there. I knew I saw him, but I was like, well, I guess maybe it was a visual bug or something. Alright, so I get sated at 21 minutes. Took a little while. And from there we're going to go into the recurve bow so that we can finish the Hurricane. Again, now that, and I said this last video, I'm going to say it again. Now that you are sated, stacks cannot go up, so it's kind of wasted. This is another mistake where I ulti someone that was not important and I die myself. It took me 2 times to realize that I'm not gonna, and he's still dead anyway. Lol. He still dies. So Johnny was like, "Sup man, you gonna recall right in front of me? What's good?" And dies. So, yeah. After that, I ultied myself every time, no matter what.
Red team has slain.
Alright, so after I did that camp, I had enough for my Hurricane. That's the only reason I did the blue and left. And I went back to farming. Specifically a lane, because now that you have your Hurricane, you push these waves out pretty quickly. Like, really quickly. We'll see it in real time right now. Next thing I'm going for is a frozen mallet. And I go for a frozen mallet because as we see that Thresh is 090. I go for a frozen mallet because it does proc on your bolts. Like right here. I could have ulted one of them, didn't. I ulted myself. Didn't even have to, but I did it anyway. I had the double kill. And he flashes away, so I didn't bother chasing for the triple. Alright, you can't really see much here, so I'm gonna like move it up a little bit. So I'm hitting both MF and Malzahar because of the Hurricane. So it's pretty good. Oh wow, he turned back around, Kappa. I just saw that. I call for Baron, but we can't two-man it, unfortunately. So we get some help. Thresh is somewhat useful. Get the Giant's Belts and a pickaxe. The pickaxe, not. I mean, I'd rather have a pickaxe than Elder Crystal right now. That's what I mean. That's the reason I got it. See, 3 people there, I didn't even ulti them. Look at that, I even get ulti by Malzahar. Melted. I was like, whoa, no please. But yeah, I was auto-attacking while I was like mid Malzahar ulti. That was pretty troll.
Shut down.
I saw Dragon was up, so I was like, okay, I gotta recon, go get that Dragon. When you have 2 smites on your team, and Malzahar flashed, when you have 2 smites on your team, you can't be giving up dragons like that. Fight. He gets the hook on MF, really easy kill there. I ulted myself. I'm not even tanking, but out of force of habit, I always like run out because I usually tank. Alright, Frozen Mallet completed, and I got a Needless so I can get a Death Cap. The Death Cap was only really to like increase my heal and my Q. Like, I mean, the E, not so much, just the heal. Like, I've seen some kills that go full AP heal for like 500 health. It's pretty crazy. I try and fight on my own there, and it goes pretty well. He eats me, and I kill him, because nobody eats me and gets away with it. And I'm pretty sure the forfeit's going to be coming out soon. They're really not helping him. Marsh gets a nice clutch hook right here. Gotta give him credit. Credit is due. There's the hook. And now the burst. Get wrecked. And that was game. Alright, so there goes the game. Now, for the, I mean, a lot of it is just farming, honestly. I mean, you have to farm till you get sated, and once you get sated, that's when your Hurricane is at its like max efficiency. Okay, you get sated, you double proc, and the Hurricane procs on each individual, like the other 3 targets, or the 3 targets. Okay, that's when it's like really strong, right? Because it's nice. Sated Kayle is nice, but it's a lot nicer when you proc it on 3 people at once. So that's why Hurricane is essential in this build. Flex, why no Wit's End? I could have gone Wit's End for my very last item, but we had 4 squishy targets and the support who was 070 at one point. So I kind of wanted to maximize my AP so I can heal and kind of play the support role a little bit. Alright. I tried playing the tank role, which is why I went Mallet. It's not that much, but it's something, you know. It got me up to almost 3k health, which I'll gladly accept. But it went well. 11, 3, and 10, 193 farm. It was strong. You know, it was weak early game, especially for the ganking. I was able to gank top. I mean, one, I'm kind of partial to top lane because I main top lane, which is why I gank top. Two, I kind of wanted to see how Tom Kench does against ganks, and he's horrible against them. I mean, all he has is that slow on his Q. And what I've seen most Kenches do is max W for the wave clear. So if you don't max Q, the slow is going to be quite weak. Regardless, did manage to gank top lane and mid lane and get some kills. So I mean, it's not like you cannot gank as Kayle Jungle. It's, of course you can, right? Other questions that have been asked were why Mallet and not Rylai's? Mallet procs on your E, so yeah, I'd rather have it proc every single auto attack than just your Q. You know what I mean? So that's why I did that. Runes and Masteries, again, will be in the description. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Pretty much the only thing I can tell you to do is farm early and farm hard. The sooner you get sated, the better. And then from there, go straight into Nash, because Nashers gives you the CDR, on-hit damage, and more AP now. But mostly I value the CDR and the on-hit damage, because CDR and Kayle is quite important. 20% CDR, 80 ability power now. Like it's a decent. It got buffed. It's a good item. So yes, Hurricane is a must. Frozen Mallet, situational. Death Cap, situational. But those three items there are the most like those are core items. The boots, situational as well. But this was my Kayle video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you have any sort of feedback on the video, do you like this kind of video where I look at the replay through op.gg, or do you like when I do it live? Again, I prefer this way because I can go back and forth. But if y'all prefer the live version, I'll do live version. All right. So feedback for that would be greatly appreciated. And good luck.